didn't get a lot of people come in and feedback from the public like we needed to get a trash service. So some of the brainstorming has been done until we can figure something out. Me and Charles have called hundreds of people. Having dumpster services available. We don't have a lot of residential service. So what I was proposing tonight is, I don't want to wait until we get too far into it. These people ain't got trash. It's going to get worse. It's going to get bad. So I was proposing that the city put in a 30-yard dumpster out there,
all right.
and
Bye-bye.
we let people put trash in it for a couple weeks until we can figure out what's going on. And I know people's going to abuse it, but trash is getting towed away is
Trash
still,
that ain't on the street.
It's better than piling
it's better than it piling up, you know. I mean, it's going to cost us, like, what is it, $285 for the dumpster, and then you pay by the ton when we empty it. But, you know,
Is that weekly? Or we don't until
that's
we...
per dumpster. It's,
Okay.
well, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if we put it, you know, put it out under the water tower. Did you have the idea about the, if you have a receipt? Somebody had an idea the other day, and I really like the idea, but I don't remember who I talked to about it. But, you know, if they can provide a previous bill from GFL, you know, that they have been dropped, you know, if we let them use it. I mean, we still have a lot of people that have swingers, so it's not everybody, but,
Right.
I mean, we don't want to open it up to everybody because it's going to overwhelm the dumpster. I mean, if they start cleaning out their garages and stuff, but, you know, if we open it up to people that could produce a, you know, previous bill from GFL or something that we knew that they lost their trash service, then, you know, it might give us a leg up for a couple of weeks.
So what
In
do you-
town and out of town?
No, in town.
Just in town.
One of my neighbors has already switched to Swinger.
Yeah, they take a few people. I've talked to Swinger a couple times. You know, I dropped the idea, but they wasn't really interested. I was going to call back and talk to them some more if we could. You know, a lot of towns take over the trash service and we pay them and collect on their water bill. I mean, I know. I'm out of. I've called people from Lake Ozarks to San Luis to Mobile to Columbia. I mean, there's just nobody.
Herman's not interested?
Well, I mean, everybody, you know, Herman and Republic, they was interested if we could get 100 people to sign up. Nobody will come sign up. We put posting it. And,
There's more people signed up for out of town than in
Yeah.
town.
so, I
And
mean,
that's not many. So then we would switch over almost if we got the 100 for Herman.
I don't want to
If-
switch from who I got.
Swinger?
I don't want to.
No, I mean, everybody's already got Swinger is golden.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's got Swinger. Swinger's not dropping anybody. They have. They're just not. They're taking on some businesses. I know they took on the bank. You know, a lot of places with the dumpsters and stuff. But
3 weeks
And,
before they cover
you know, like
everything.
your neighborhood, if they're picking up 3 houses, they'll take on that. They will take on remote locations, but they're not going to. They don't want to take on
New clients.
new clients. They don't want
'cause they're
another 200 people. I mean,
I wonder if
just
they
because they
would-
can't get enough help. They say.
Right, and I don't know that I would really want to do this, but, you know, my sister-in-law doesn't have any service, so she pays for a dumpster, and I have another dumpster at my house.
Right.
And she pays me for that service.
Right.
I don't know that I would want to add somebody else. I don't know how you'd get paid, you know.
Right.
It's kind of such a gamble.
Right. I have a big dumpster and I collect, you know, Kicksmower gives me part of it, and I'm going to quit that because, you know, I can't control it. I need to be able to lock it up and put it in my place, and I might even take it from my shop and put it in my house, you know,
Huh.
blow behind my shop at my house or something where I can regulate it more.
Right.
But
So if we did the dumpster, even by the water tower or whatever location we picked, I mean, like you said, I know it's gonna get abused, but the moment if trash gets thrown away and don't get thrown on the street or don't get thrown on the county road, then
right.
I wouldn't say okay with the abuse, but I mean, it's better to be abused a little bit than to have it laying in somebody all over the place.
Right.
We gotta get rid of it.
Right.
For a small window, so whatever that gap is, till we
Yeah.
get something put in place. But how do you have somebody regulate who's using it and stuff like that? I mean,
Well, we're going to have to lock up we're going to lock it up at night. I mean, it's just going to be, I mean, this is my thoughts on it. It's going to have to be accessible during the day, you know, which I know people work and stuff, but they're going to have to make arrangements. I mean, we can't leave it where you can just dump 24 hours a day because Joe Blow's going to back up to the 2 a.m. with the dump truck.
around.
Yeah. you know.
Could put up a sign and say that will be available such and such to such and such.
Right,
Okay.
and even if it's open for 4 hours on Saturday where we can have our deputy open and close it, or, you know, I can open and close it or something, but, you know, if not, we're gonna be our community, I mean, all of our dumpsters are, everybody's dumpster in town's gonna get full real fast. You know, I have a list, you know, for people I talked to over the past couple of days, I had people drop off a list of nuisance complaints to me today. I mean, how do I issue somebody a nuisance complaint? One lady has trash in her carport up here, but there's nobody to pick it up. I mean, what do I tell her? To burn it? I mean, you know.
Yeah. Right. The only thing I can see if we close it back when the guys go home, we got a lot of people that works in Jeff and their husbands work out of town and they don't get home till 5. So is there any way we can?
Oh, I mean, we can assign a
Work
deputy to
something
close
out.
it at 7 or something. I mean,
Yeah.
we have a deputy 7 days a week working, so.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it had to be open on the weekends, but. you
I
know.
just, you know, if we wait 2 weeks, there's gonna be a lot of trash in town.
Oh, my.
Oh, I
You know,
agree.
we wait 4 weeks and we can't haul it off. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, do we enforce the tickets if we see people burning it? I mean, it's against law to burn trash in town.
We already got people burning.
I know, I mean, but I
Smell it
mean,
of a night.
People that give us hell.
yeah.
They're burning.
So that's why I called this meeting to brainstorm a little bit, see what you guys think.
I would definitely put on there, you know, whatever the trash company won't normally take.
Do you know about how
We
many homes it involves?
Don't want it because then we'll be
Do you know
paying
about
to
how many
dispose of
places
it.
I've never heard a complete number, but I know that it's probably close to 100 for sure in Belle, in the city.
It's a lot of trash.
And you know, I have a bunch of information I'm going to bring you guys and give it to you Tuesday night. It's just some statistics. We had the strategic planning meeting last Friday at the community center all day, and stuff that's in black and white that I've never had seen. You know, like for instance, there's 648 houses in Belle. Did you know that? I mean, just
That's
interesting stuff like that. They've broken down to how many landlords, how many renters, how many homeowners, how many.
How many slumlords?
Huh?
How many slumlords?
Oh,
It's broke down.
Oh, I know.
They're only calling one. I called bullshit. I said there's 2. I know of 2, but they only was calling 1.
Thanks, sir.
You wasn't the one. But out of the 8-hour meeting, we spent about 2 hours on that slumlord. I mean, that was a.
I listened to a book yesterday from someone from one of his places. She sent me a video of the washer draining in the yard and the cockroaches. I'm like,
Seen a car
Humming that
that
loud.
huh?
What's humming that loud?
Took
That
it back
thing
up,
in there.
pulled it out of the yard if there's some.
Supposed to be.
Well, it was really loud when we come in.
On the
You have the furnace ready to
Up there
explode.
at that duplex,
It's a new furnace, Barb.
car parked in the yard.
Do we have warranty?
Could have backed up there and done to it.
Killers.
I don't
I
know
don't
if they called
have,
him
I'm
to
not, I
come get
can't,
it.
I can't take them.
I slam the doors and stuff in there.
Is it supposed to be that loud?
I don't even think this well's humming. It should be running because
I've
the
never
water
heard it
tower's
hum
shut
like
down.
that.
Well,
Is it, tell them, got something to do with low pressure because of the fact that we had,
I wouldn't even. I don't.
main break.
I don't know, I'm just,
It's a note for Tony.
What about
Okay, I
that?
was kind of listening. I think it's an electrical box.
Yeah, it's the.
Something bubbling.
Put your ear to that. I think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, the repair car.
Hey, that's good. Oops, not good.
Sorry.
You fixed it though.
Sorry, I thought I opened the door. I didn't.
No. No, that's the shut off.
What was it?
I don't know. She shut it off. I turned it back on. It ain't buzzing like it was.
Yeah. What about that company that they said was coming to the outside of Belle? What is it called, Community or something? Trash service?
We contacted community, and all they have was small trucks. The only 2 people out of we contacted M&M, DFL. I mean, I was drawing shit off Facebook. I mean, anything I could find that had the word trash or truck or anything. And the only person that, two people, which is their new company out of Herman, and then there's Republic, which bought out most of GFL. The only way that they would, if we could get 100 names, you know, in town, 100 names in town, that way they could map out, they could enter that in their computer and they would put out a route, and they would see if that was feasible for them. They wouldn't guarantee us, but if we could get 100 people, they felt that they could do something, which I think if we just keep advertising, maybe these people lose it for a week or something, they might,
Yeah, I
we
think
might
we're
get
gonna
them.
be out of it before they start coming down and putting their name
Right.
on the list.
And
So what do we do? I mean, if everybody kind of agrees to do the dumpster, we approve it for a month, or we approve it for until trash service is restored, or how do we?
Why
how
don't we
go
do it a
about
month, why don't we do it a month at a time?
and I don't know how many. I mean, a 30-yard dumpster is a big dumpster, but I feel like town would fill it fairly quick. But
We have to make sure that.
you know, you can put more in it, but you pay by the weight. I mean, you know, we could smash it down and compact it, no problem. But you're not gonna. You pay by the weight.
So we have to make the ad that they need to be somebody that had current trash service, or are you just okay with them getting rid of whatever they're getting rid of that's legal to get rid of?
Well, the thing is,
No electronic.
we're not gonna have. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna have somebody there watching.
Right.
But I mean, we do
I mean,
need
we have
to.
to put it in the ad, even though we're not gonna have anybody watching it. You want them to know
Correct.
that that's what we want them to do, is to only throw stuff away that.
And it, you know, might be if we put it somewhere out here where we can put a camera on it to see who's dumping it.
That's
illegal.
what I
mean,
was thinking,
We
if
can't
it
put
was-
mattresses in. We can't use, you know, we can't use tires. I mean, you know, batteries.
Right.
I mean, furniture. You know, they
Most
charge
people know
extra.
what can and can't go in them, and all that's what I'm kind of thinking is that
Yeah.
they may throw that shit in there just because they know they can't get rid of it anywhere else.
Absolutely.
We were having
But-
trash service, but, you know,
But I'm with you, I
they're in a
mean,
pickle too.
We're in a spot. I mean, it's gotta.
And it's something, you know, if the city we say we don't want to mess with it. It's nothing we have to do, but it's
Well,
we're not going to be able to monitor it.
we'll mess with it later, though.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out something so we keep the dogs and stuff out of it, because I'm tell you, we'll have it strung from Hino Chino.
Yep.
And it's gonna get warm weather and it's gonna smell and. But I hate the eyesore down here, but this is the most watched place, even by the police, by people, by,
It'd be an eyesore, but at the same time, it would let everybody know.
that's gonna be a
That we're
disaster
trying
out there.
to do
I mean,
something.
I know we gotta do something, but that will be a disaster out there.
Which one?
Taking it out there by itself.
Yeah.
Where it's not. Unless we could camera it out there.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
there's battery operated cameras that don't have to have power.
Deer cameras.
there's power out there. I'm sure there's power out there. I know there's going to be power at the water tower, don't they? There's
Yeah.
lights
Well, I'm
inside the
sure
water
there have
tower,
to
I
be,
believe.
yeah.
If you go in the room and below the water tower, there used to be lights in there.
Yeah. And if you have internet, it can be wireless.
You got, ain't them rings, they're solar powered.
Yeah. I think
That's
so.
what them kids got me for Christmas, and they gonna put it
They're
out.
solar
They're
powered,
going
yeah.
up Saturday,
Well, they got a deer camera on mine watching that building.
yeah. And we could lie and say, well, we know the city's gonna supply a dumpster, but there will be cameras on it, and if you're caught throwing stuff in there, then
Well, we need to make sure it's a temporary fix until we get permanent situation for you.
right.
Put a camera up and don't hook it up, don't let anybody know it ain't hooked up.
Yeah, just tell them it is. Tell them we got a camera there, but watching it, so.
That's what I'm doing at the bar. It sounds retarded, but I've got some anyway, and I hung a sign that said under surveillance and blah, 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 above our dumpster, cause I'm afraid,
Yeah.
I don't care for anybody throwing trash in there.
Yeah.
As long as I can throw mine in there. I mean, they can fill it plumb full. I'm paying for it to be full. I don't care, but I wanna be able to throw our trash away whenever.
Yeah, me too. Hell, Todd Holt lived up at the garage. He was really good about it. He'd fill the dumpster up, he'd burn it off for me.
He hates the dump truck.
I'll tell you what, I'll kill that son of a bitch.
The dump truck hard, ain't he?
Oh, I wouldn't the bird grabbed him around the neck. I told him, about 3 times he done it in a row. I said, you deadbeat son of a bitch. I said, you won't work, but you're going to burn my goddamn shop down.
That's something.
I thought we had a fire on Main Street earlier. I went down the street and the smoke was coming from, looked like inside that old taco building. What's his name that had that?
Oh, yeah.
Chuck wagon?
Chuck wagon, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, that smells like something really burning. So I thought, well, I'm gonna go around the back and go up that alley. Well, they had a big old pile of stuff they's burning. I wanted to say, you got your old marijuana in there?
Something going in there smelling good.
Our clock's wrong.
Yeah, it's
It's off.
trash.
Yeah. So if you guys are okay with it, I'll order a dumpster, but
All
you
we
want
need
to
is
try it out here? You want to try it? We can put it over here behind the city hall. It don't have to be in this, you know. We can't put it in this center track, so they will, every truck around it will,
Yeah.
I mean, they'll block it in where you can't see it.
Right.
Then, you know, they park trucks around it, then they'll be backing in there and,
Yeah, what if
We
it
put it
was
on
put
this
over
side
on
over
this
there.
side?
Then there's nowhere to put, if we did put a camera on it, then
Well, we do have cameras at City Hall though, on every corner, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Supposed to
We
be.
have a camera kit in the city hall in the storage room. We have a full set of cameras we can put up somewhere.
I'm okay with whatever you guys think the best place is. I definitely think it needs to be addressed for sure.
Do you want to open it up to the public or to the people that lost service?
Well, that's what I was asking. So I know the right way to do it is to the people that lost service, but if we're trying to clean up town and we've got it there and there's extra space in the dumpster,
Yeah. I mean,
if it doesn't fill up, and I think it's gonna fill, don't get me wrong, I think it's gonna
Right.
fill many
Real
times
quick.
over.
yeah, I think
But
we're going to
if they're gonna be hauling a
week.
half a dumpster away all the time and we can get rid of some of these nuisances by letting them throw their stuff in there, why would we shoot ourselves in the foot?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the right answer is, you guys tell me, I mean,
I think it'd be people throw a fit if we just have it for a select few people.
Mhm.
They're gonna say, well,
They
that's
need
my
to find
tax
it.
money being spent too.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know, I
as
might have them, I
long
say
as
we
it's the
open it
right,
up.
long as it's the right kind of trash,
Right.
let them throw it in there. And then if it gets to be that we are going through one every 2 days, then
Yeah.
we have to figure something out.
Well, you're gonna go through 2 days max,
You think?
maybe 3.
I think, yeah, my opinion is maybe 2 a week, but I don't know that. So, I mean, we have a lot of lazy people that don't want to take their trash out.
A 30, you said a 30 yard?
30 yard. Yeah.
Is that one that's like what, 5 foot tall, 4 foot tall?
That's the big one. That's,
That's
the,
the big
the,
one.
the big one. A lot of these are 18 around here. They make a 30, which that comes on a, you know, its own giant truck.
You see that one they put up there by the warehouse hell, it's short. I mean.
Yeah, no, we
That's
need one of
an
these
18
tall
up
ones.
there.
Yeah,
You know, you open it back up and walk in.
yeah.
Yeah.
so it's 30 yards, $285.
Oh, well, don't quote me on that. I've talked to so many people about roll-offs and stuff.
Has Swinger got any?
Swingers can do that, yeah. Swingers got some of those.
The last I heard, they had them on order. That was a 3-week wait for people.
For business dumpsters.
Oh, for the smaller ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see them go by the shop yesterday with a trailer on the back. It was plumb full of those roll-around trash cans, new ones.
Yeah, they did get some of those. at
Swinger
the-
did?
Yeah.
Mhm. They had to order them.
But I know that they're gonna pick up like Mid-American Bank and a few places, and they was about a 3-week wait on them.
Well, my brother got put on Swinger this next coming week, but she told him they didn't need a can. They'd put their own out there from Lowe's, but they're gonna pick it up.
And
But they're already on that street picking both sides of him up. It's just
Yeah.
one more stop.
and what I don't understand, if you got GFL that went out of business, that sold out, there gotta be hundreds of dumpsters that they own, you know.
Cans.
Cans and stuff,
Paint
I
'em and
mean-
put your name on
They
it.
said they're gonna come by, see, Jesse had that at MFA in Owensville, and they called and asked them what Swinger said, well, we don't have any dumpsters that size now, it'd be 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We don't have it, and they called that other place and they said, well, just fill it up and have Swinger dump it, and then when we get time to come around and pick it up, we'll come and pick it up, but just go ahead and, if Swinger dump it, tell them dump it, so, I think that's what they did. Until Swinger can switch it out.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably
So-
sell all that off, I would say.
So we need to come up with a location more than anything else. I think all of it has merit, wherever you guys wanna put it.
If we put it over, back over here by where we got our rock pile and stuff, will the cameras watch it there? Is that too far off?
I think
We'd have to put it in the right spot where we don't block it, but that's distance. I don't know if we'd make out who's
you're
doing
gonna
it.
have to move them.
Yeah.
I think you'll have to move the cameras that's on there. I think they're more just our parking lot. Yeah, I don't know.
What if it was,
I haven't
well,
seen 'em, though.
it's probably gonna have a smell to it. We don't do that. I mean, we'll say, why don't we put it right here behind this building? But
Jeanette's right, it's definitely gonna get warm and not be the,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna want
gonna
to be your
smell.
neighbor too much,
Yeah.
keep running.
Even less than a week, like you say, the restaurants and stuff, walk by it, and when it's like tremendously odor. It would probably be best over here, away from everything. I mean,
About the only place we got that nobody parks is on the other side of the.
right, yeah.
I'll tell you what, anything that's out here, I mean, I get complaints like crazy. Like if Roger Stockton leases load and shoot out here, people's complaining, you know.
Yep.
It's people that have no reason to complain, but we put it down there, you know, with the high school kids sitting out, that'll be a disaster.
Mm.
Yep.
Put it up there on Belinda's vacant lot next to her.
So I'm sure Elena will let us sit there.
It isn't in the minutes, is it?
No.
Woo.
I need somebody else to be on her hit list.
Are you on the list now?
Yeah.
She
Well, I
hasn't.
can promise you, you're not number one.
Oh, I know that, I got a
She's-
long way to go.
She stopped pulling up just in my driveway and coming to the door since we didn't have a real good visit the last time she came.
She was at mine today, or
Oh, was
yesterday, and I was
Gosh,
gone.
she knows where you
I didn't
live.
know what
I
Mary
told
Ann
them
said. Belinda was
Tuesday
here.
that you and I'd be up, look through there because they stopped by twice. Up there at the pool, they stopped by twice. You know, it's been almost a month, you told me you was coming over.
You let me know when you wanna go
I
look.
said, I know, I said, I promised you, and Bud said to get him.
You
Let
know,
him
I
know,
did.
and we'd go up there together.
Well, Lane did get rid of, you know, we talked to Lane up there, but I drove by there, look, like the trash, the dumpster, or the refrigerator and all that stuff's gone. They did get rid of one car, is gone. She's actually has done a lot of stuff up there. I mean, she hasn't painted the graffiti yet, but
I'll be the last to go, I would think.
yeah.
I'd almost be willing to do a midnight run and paint the son of a bitch and nobody know I did it.
All you need is
No, no, no.
spray it over it.
You really could.
Yeah.
Be done with it in an hour.
I volunteer my time to do it because I'm tired of hearing about it.
Do they make a battery operated spray gun?
I have one.
Do you?
Yes.
She just gotta
I
find
got
something
some white
else.
spray paint.
Yeah.
Get some bright red.
Yeah, paint red, white, blue.
Mm-hmm. Paint flags on all the sides.
She'd let me spray it. I could spray that trailer in an hour and be done.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long once you start
No,
spraying.
I go all around the whole son of a bitch in an hour.
Probably need 2 coats, Daryl.
Yeah, I would.
Where it
love
says
my
be
neighbor
kind to
being
your
too.
neighbor. Where it says on there, be kind to your neighbor.
Belinda didn't read that.
Mm-mm.
So I guess we gotta make a motion to accept 285, right?
Well,
Or does that even have?
Estimated at.
estimated at $300.
Yeah.
I've talked about so many different sizes and so many different companies. Everybody had a different price.
That's just for the dumpster to be here, then we pay per ton.
Pay per
We
ton.
pay for ton. What's in it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be up to
Could be,
$1,000 a week.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably will be. I paid $900 for my tonnage on the one I filled up.
Then we could discontinue it after a week if it's
I guess,
I mean, if it's plum goopy, then we won't have a choice to do something different.
Right.
I guess if it's
Thanks
filled
for
up,
the
if
try.
it's filled up in just a day or two, we could, I'd hate to, like you said, we're gonna pay by weight, but we could have the guys mash it down so we could get another day or two out of it.
yeah,
In place of dumping it 2 or 3 times a week.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just well fill it all you can if you gotta take it to get dumped. It's rosited along. You're gonna pay it in the end, so.
But they charge to pick up and drop off.
Oh, they are?
There is a fee of a
I bet
trucking.
there is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, for the
Trucking
dumpster?
fee on it.
Yeah, there's a trucking fee. on
Fuel.
it.
Trucking
fuel
fee?
Yeah.
Oh, there's probably, yeah, surcharge.
Yeah.
See, I just had the fee and then I had the tonnage weight.
And I'll call around and find the cheapest one again. You know, some people had free trucking, some people had, you know, and it might be cheaper to put 2 18 yards out instead of 1 30 yard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe that's what we need to do is put us, you know,
2 locations.
well, 2 locations or start a small one and see how it works before we, or, I mean, I don't know, I don't have the answer. I've talked to a lot of people and put a lot of thought into it and I just don't, I'm just afraid to wait.
I think we
Before
need
the
to,
trash service went away, I was thinking a couple times a year we ought to do it just to try to help people that needed their backyard cleaned up or whatever and didn't know where to go with stuff. Now we're in a different situation. People need to just get rid of their daily trash. I mean,
Well, you know, we had twice a year, spring and fall, where MRPC, remember Steve used to set up to where we have a Saturday morning or
You have to
whatever?
pay to
You gotta pay
dispose of
though,
it.
quite a,
Oh, we did?
It's so much
Yeah.
per item.
Mhm.
Okay.
And you have to-
Special items,
That's right, I forgot.
electronics.
They paid
I took a
it.
load of stuff down here
TVs.
deer season when I done it this year. And
That was the tire, wasn't it?
I took some tire and stuff, but you have to listen to their spiel too for 30 minutes before they let you unload.
Oh, it's just a no-win situation all the way around. But we gotta come to some
Just
conclusion.
stinks they didn't give them more
You
notice.
make a motion to buy
I'll
that.
make a motion to accept the estimated, what is it, $300 for the dumpster,
Right.
I'll second.
plus weight,
Location to be determined.
location to be determined, right?
You know, I don't know what the cost is gonna be associated to one, but if you would put one on one end of town and one on the other, like, I'm not opposed, I've got a guy that's renting the part of the warehouse that's got a dumpster setting up there. I'm not opposed to having it over off to the side of that or something where it's out of the way of my traffic up there. I mean, I don't have a problem. Put can keep his eyes on it that way.
I knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming.
There's something out there in front of that dumpster right now, but I don't know what it was. I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh,
I went by it.
I'll go by and look. I'll go
I
up
don't know
there.
what it was, but it wasn't there when I left a while ago, but it.
He's been in town because he was over there.
It may be a piece of, what's his name, equipment, I don't know, because he unloaded his skid steer and everything a while ago.
His truck and trailer was there a while ago.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything on the trailer, so I'm
Well, he
assuming.
unloaded his skid steer. I think he moved that gravel for Ken,
Okay,
that chat,
okay.
so.
I mean, that's a thought. Hell, you know, some people they don't drive or don't have access to drive, or, you know, someone takes them somewhere, so having it on your own end of town is a little, your neighbor can take it for you or whatever, you know.
Your guy that's got one up there now would have to put a sign or something on it so they didn't
Yep.
So if he
But
got
it
away,
still is up.
fill his up.
Yeah, because
you
he
got a
he
price
asked
of
me
two
about that
18s or
anyway.
whatever, maybe you put it in 2 different locations or something.
Right.
I wonder if Dakota and them let us put it in that driveway, in that parking lot up there.
In the middle of the parking lot?
Huh?
In the middle?
I think he lets you do anything now. down
Yeah, they're
the
not
road.
doing
we
much
put it-
activity.
You know, and then
We
just
can have
put a sign there that says city's dumpster,
Right. Yeah.
city citizen dumpster, whatever.
That really wouldn't be a bad spot for that side of town, I don't know.
No, you can put it toward the side there where the grass starts. I mean, that way it's out of their way if they move those old trailers or whatever that, I mean, they're gonna start work one of these days. It's just piece by piece.
I heard the next couple of weeks they're gonna put a roof on it.
They are, and they've paid their down payment already. It's just the weather providing now. That is given. You know, they're giving $260-some thousand to get that roof done.
Well, I'd like to be that company.
I would too.
That was their cheapest estimate.
Oh, I'm impressed that all the election signs are gone.
I am too.
Oh, well, 2 people were together yesterday in my
Surely
neighborhood
not,
going
they've been
around
together
and
last month.
picking up
Why would
signs.
it change, huh?
Yeah, probably living together. Bunch of dirt together.
I don't know.
I
Ask
don't
Daryl.
I don't think
Hmm?
I don't think
No,
Kayla
we'll
knew which
talk
one
about
were
it.
her.
No, don't talk about it, Daryl.
Well, you spent the day with them too.
Had a long day talking about it today.
Looks awful. Daryl got to watch them all day.
I didn't have any signs out.
I had the opportunity to talk to Deborah.
I did,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
you
get a
guys
lot
got
of
more,
advertisement though
yeah.
on how much signs would cost and all kinds of,
Oh, really?
uh-huh.
That's just part of the territory.
I know.
What do you think, two 18s or? Put one here, one up there?
18-yard would be about the size of a tandem dump truck. I mean, most dump trucks are 15 and 16-yard beds.
Yeah.
I mean, so,
That's probably what he's got up there.
I think that's what he's got, yeah.
Yeah, but the bad part is it's not very deep. I mean, it ain't
It's not real deep.
4, I know it ain't 5 foot deep.
And if the wind blows, it'll be blowing all over.
That's what worries me too.
that's the thing about the 30s. You
Yeah.
Yep.
pretty well got to walk in the back of them to load them.
I had to walk it, the one I got for the Taylor house, you had to walk in the back of it. It was way over your head. It came on a big truck.
I don't know, what you gonna do, start with just a 30 and,
With one, we might be able to monitor it better. You know, the police department
Well,
watching that
that's
stuff.
true.
You know where we can park the police car by it, they can run a speed trap there a little bit or something.
We're gonna have an answer to how this is working in a week or so after the meeting.
We'll know
Oh,
in
yeah.
24
In a
hours.
day.
Keep dropping it off. Yeah.
Especially now, since they haven't had anything.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna take very long to figure out that this
It'd
is
probably
good,
take a
bad,
week
or
to
ugly.
get one.
Might be the biggest mistake we ever made by
Take-
trying to help, but it definitely gonna find out pretty quick.
cause
I know.
that guy ordered that one and it took him 3 to 4 weeks to
It
get
took
it.
them a while to get
I
it.
think
yeah.
I think the worst case scenario we could get I know the guy from Herman has some, but his biggest are 18s. You know, he would probably give us two 18s for the price of, match the price of 3. He's a really nice guy. I've talked to him several times.
I bet his price is cheaper too.
He's a young guy that's just trying to get started. He's wanting to evolve in the trash service, but he didn't have the money to jump in there and do it all at once. But he said, if you give me 100 customers, then I can get the money from the
Justify.
bank and go that way. And
Could we open it to county residents for a fee to try to recoup some of our money?
who would we have to watch it? After hours and stuff.
That's
true.
And you have people, like my dad be bringing it to my house. Take this up to the dumpster for me.
Put this in your truck.
Put this in your truck. You live it down. I was talking to some people from the city of Vienna. Vienna has a citywide trash service and cable, and
Have they?
you pay for your cable, your trash
Because
service,
they
your water
lost
bill on
their-
one bill. And that's how they pay their aldermen in America. You get free trash, cable, and
Really?
water every month.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy.
Can we get a raise then?
Pay raise.
You want a raise after
Yeah,
12
we-
years?
Yes, we would.
You are really needy, aren't you?
Am I asking for too much?
So I'll call them. I'll find the best deal on the dumpster. Then I'll let you guys know what it is.
Yeah.
And we'll get one.
See what
coming.
our opportunities are.
All right. Next part I had on here is, are we interested in hiring summer help? If we do, we need to advertise for it. We need to advertise for an SRO officer. And then we've talked about advertising to have the community center painted and the floors refinished. And we talked about advertising for a part-time police officer to fill in for when we have voids, which I found out, they got rid of the Bland Police Department.
Yes.
What about the car?
I was gonna, what are they gonna?
Well, I don't know about the car. They have 2 cars.
They do.
They have 2. I service them.
What
They
about
have 2
the
cars. They have 2 SUVs, 2 Fords,
Who does?
City of Bland.
Really?
And they have a cop.
They got a cop?
Well, they had a cop that's got to be out of a job today, is what I'm saying.
But he only works so
I heard
many
they
hours.
voted
a
You
week.
Right.
you hardly ever see him, and he's parked at the same place all
They
the
just
time.
banded that election, from what I understand.
So I always slow
Tuesday
down
night.
right there.
Yeah.
They voted to
Let it go.
Or in the church.
Right on this
I
side
didn't
of
either
the
till
car. They are at the Christian church.
And that was the first thing I said, well,
Town's
what
so
are they
big,
gonna do
he's
with the
afraid
cop
you'll
car?
get lost, maybe.
Somebody said, well, Gascony County will probably try to scoop him up.
The one cop car is an older cop car, is their original one they had, and the other cop car, they're not new or nothing. Don't remember the miles on. We have done service on before.
Is it K9?
It could be K9 or is it? It's not now.
It's cold in here.
Can't think of his name, the officer.
But
So I think we definitely advertise.
well, it
for
went up to 64.
Belle. We already had the summer help last year.
Well,
I
usually
think the same kid's probably gonna come back and apply again. Seemed like he did a pretty good job last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Who's
The
that?
guys like him.
Yeah, we gotta have summer help. We can't pay, Tony $25 an hour to mow grass.
Right. That's
Well,
what I mean. I think
With all these water main breaks, they don't have
he
time.
can have time to do it anyway, right?
And for the SOR, I mean, we was awarded job, right?
So you gotta have an officer for it, so you gotta send out
No.
and try to find one.
On that, are we gonna get to keep Belle, or is Marys County gonna get to keep it?
From what I understand, we get to Bell campus.
Okay. I was hoping that.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure why the school did it. I would have thought that the school would have contacted the city of Bland or Gaston County for the school.
I would thought.
At one point, they wanted to rotate, like 3 days Bell, 3 days Bland.
He's good with kids, it seems like.
I mean, I'm sure that's going to I'm sure that Chris Hyman will have to have some kind of opinion on that. But I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about this if you pick up a paper next week. Holy moly, we're hiring all these people and you know nothing about it. It's not fair.
So the part-time officer would spell the ones that we have now?
Yeah. Would spell the ones and,
They leave late.
are working a rotation where we have a gap or something. I mean,
Well, it wouldn't cost probably any more than the overtime.
well,
when
that's what I
they're-
was saying. It would alleviate
what
some
I
of Jerry's
said.
overtime and everybody's overtime is what we thought before. So,
Can we have a dollar amount on the summer help and police officer?
What did we do last year?
Because that's the first thing they call and ask.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And you'll
What
get
is-
the
what does it
question.
pay?
won't you?
What did we
I
do
don't
last
know.
year? 10.50? 11.50? We have
I
to go
was thinking
back.
it was $12 an hour or something last year.
Well, I think you might be right.
I think
yeah.
it was pretty high because Josh had his boy that was going to start on.
Yeah.
Well, minimum wage.
Yeah.
Jeb.
Jeb was going to do it.
Well, we about got to do minimum, don't we?
I'm gonna say that's minimum wage nowadays.
For summer help is then $12 an hour.
And how
I
many
guess
we
we
want?
should
Two?
say temporary, right?
Well, I think,
Temporary
wasn't
help.
there too many last year, really? Didn't he hire 3?
We had 3 last
We
year.
had 3.
Did we have to pay for them all? I don't know. We used to get them through,
Do over there,
yeah.
Rowlett thing.
Mhm.
We hired them, but they only got paid when they were.
We only had to pay a portion.
We didn't have to pay anything. Actually, they paid it all. We just got the labor.
Okay, you are right that we didn't. I know years
But I
ago
don't
they-
know, that used to be through work connections and then it went to.
2 is what, my recommendation was.
2's enough.
2.
Now that
2.
we have 3 people working for the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
Part-time officer, that'd be based on experience.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I'd want to put a price on the officer right now. I mean,
Who did it last year that, somebody said they would be willing, because they were going to college. They
Will
might
Dawes.
be, Will, wanted to come back maybe.
yeah, I don't think he's going to college now. He's working at Dodge.
Yeah, I think he'd beg to come back if we wanted.
I
He
think
seemed to do
both
a
of
good
them.
job last year.
The 2 we had last year did really good for us. Dave working for or Land yet? Dave Heflin still works for Land?
No, he works for Ryan Scott.
Oh, that's right, he came to the house.
So how long do
Starting
you,
pay for officers has been $18.75 right now. That's
How
what
much?
we figured our SRO officer proposal on was $18.75 starting pay.
1875 for starting officer.
That's what we're going with now. That's what we have in now. That's what Sug makes.
Wonder what the cops and Grants gonna do.
They only had one. I can't think of his name.
Goodrich.
Goodrich.
Where's he from?
and he's from this area. He
His
owns
son worked here at one time, Zach.
he owns 2 or 3 businesses around here, rental properties and stuff. He said
Dwayne,
he
is that his name? Dwayne Goodrich?
he said
heard
that
the name
we did ask today, and he said he'd possibly be interested part-time and possibly be interested in SRO. I've always got along with him good. I don't know how great an officer he is. He seems like a nice guy. But I know they have I don't know if it's a landscape business or something. They have like a dozer and stuff.
How long do you want to run the ads for? Week, 2 weeks,
Oh, I think 2 weeks or 3
weeks.
weeks. Yeah.
2?
They'd like the SRO officer and the part-time police officer and stuff. We can run on like the sheriff's minute and stuff too.
What does our officer do come summer hours when they don't have school in session?
Well, he would be filling for our vacation people.
Okay.
But the school is going to pay $34,000, which is a pretty good chunk of the $39,000 a year salary. So
So they're basically about paying his,
basically, the school's paying the salary, and we're picking up the benefits. So, you know, if we're wise when we, you know, find the right person.
we utilize him that way, we're really
Right.
getting pretty cheap labor.
Right. I mean, all of our officers are going to be due vacation time. They're all going to be due, you know. We're going to have extra fair duty. We're going to have, it's going to make him available on, you know, a weekend if we have to, or a Monday, or in the summer. And we put in the proposal is it's, you know, they pay the full officer salary if they want them at summer school. So it's another, you know,
How soon we gotta have him? By next
school year, 2023, 24 school year.
So it
But we need to hire him fairly quick because we need to have him certified in SRO. It's a free certification to the sheriff's department
that way we can use him through the summer.
through the summer too. But I mean, they only have the SRO certification so often. I mean, and that's what I don't think it costs nothing to have the, I mean, we have to pay the mileage to get him to and from, you know, where it takes it to Columbia or whatever. But, you know, and I was gonna see about going ahead and trying to get a place in it.
Get a spot.
Get him a spot lined up, him or her.
Yeah.
There's a free shooter response certification that's free that I think Morgan or one of our officers are going to attend to get certified for school response in May.
That's something we need to get with Dwight. We all need to do that. We are supposed to yearly have a class. If we don't get some stuff certified here, we're not going to be eligible for emergency response.
That's
help.
something that
I mean, that's another,
I was in Jeff City working when you asked about the agenda yesterday. That's something I wanted to talk about at a regular meeting.
right, yeah.
Yeah, we probably don't need to talk about that right now on being recorded.
No, that's true. It just came to my brain when you
Yeah.
said that.
But I mean, closed session or.
I'm glad she's here to take these minutes.
That's all I have for open session. If you guys don't have anything else, we can.
So with the ads, when do you guys want to, what's the deadline? What, you gonna have a special meeting or?
I don't want to put, I mean, we have till the next council meeting if we get somebody in between, but, I mean, I don't want to put a deadline if we don't have anybody turn it in a week. I mean, you know,
We only got next week's our council meeting.
yeah, Tuesday's our council meeting, so that's going to give us a full 30 days when the paper comes out, so.
Right.
So we'll make it through, you know, maybe a week before the council meeting so we can put in the agenda. But one of the things you know, we visited the school board meeting the other night, and one of the things that I told the school that I would like to do is, I would like the school board to be involved with who we hire for the SR officer so we don't have any negative feedback or that's not what we wanted.
Good
So
idea.
I said, we would go through the applications and, you know, kind of handpick our best candidates, but when it comes to the interview process, I would like for us to meet with the school board members and, have a consensus on who the best applicant is.
Or do you want one of the school board members to sit in on the
I
interviews?
was gonna say, maybe we
I
ought
want the whole school board to sit in on the interview.
Whole-
the
Yeah.
interviews, yes.
Let's see, when would they swear in their new, well, it's after school's out.
Tuesday night,
It'll be
same
this
night we
Tuesday.
swear in, they swear in.
Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't know
I
if they
mean,
have
on
to
the
wait
same
till the
night.
school term was
I
over
don't
or not.
know, we're all on the 11th.
Okay.
Karina has surgery on the 12th.
Let's just make it 1 week prior to the council meeting in May.
Okay, so do.
We probably need to work on getting our summer help real soon.
We'll advertise them all at once, won't we?
Yeah.
We will.
Or I was just assuming.
Yeah, that'll work.
We didn't hire last year till May.
Yeah, I think it
We hired the first night I was here.
Mhm.
Actually, we hired Jeb. They hired Jeb the first night we were here. Then the next month we ended up, Jeb changed his mind.
Releasing him. He wanted to be
Yeah.
EMT. And I think he's almost finished with it.
You got a girly friend.
I mean, if the grass gets tall,
That's
if
why
we
you
get
stay
somebody
down
hired, there's days I can come home.
Right. Well, we could in one lake is probably, you just want to mow all summer.
Yeah. Help you out of school, won't have,
You want
I
to
think
Well, it doesn't do it. Man, that ain't good.
I think we have $5.
I mean,
Huh?
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Let me show you
We
one
only
my
worked
son-in-law
them
is driving
32 hours last year.
real
Remember?
fast.
We only worked our
Nice way
summer
back
help
from
32 hours, so we didn't have to pay no
Pittsburgh,
benefits.
Pennsylvania.
School bus?
Yep, $2,500.
Whoa, for sale?
Old St. James District bought it.
We bought one when I worked in school out of Chicago.
They're gonna use it for evacuations and stuff. They flew him out of Columbia out there to get it. He got it this morning, and he's on his way back. He said, top end 70, 75.
We bought one, I don't know if you
I
remember the
don't
five
want you
noses
to
up
ride
at
it
school.
in that.
They come out of Chicago.
I can shake, rattle,
We
roll.
bought it with me
Time.
during wind work up there, it was $1,800. We just need the motor, we gonna buy it for the motor. We brought it, I drove it home, we went down
that
and
very
got
back
it.
seat.
We
I
got
was ready to be.
pulled over outside of,
That was the roughest.
right out there,
Beat
dog
it in,
park.
didn't you?
It wasn't covered, I had it opened up, well, we come in, call
You
it.
had the spot.
I was running
Kind
Oh.
of like a van, you get in
79
the back and
mile an
it's going
hour.
like this all day. I'd have been throwing up everywhere.
Drive 79 mile an hour.
Everybody's farting around and I'm ready to climb out the window because I'm
Yeah.
It was
It
awful.
fell. It fell. I asked Jeff.
It's like the rear end of a
He
plane,
does
you know,
all
the rear
Did you
end of a
notice the
plane.
guys are on this
He said,
side, the
"But
girls are
we
on this
are-
side? Did
me
you
and
notice
he's an
that?
EMT and
I think we ought to
a
mix it.
firefighter.
Good Samaritan law.
board too.
Yep.
Hey, we ain't got
Good
one.
Samaritan law.
You what color I'm supposed to say.
You gotta make a motion to adjourn now?
Yes.
One more thing, our summer help last year, we only worked them 32 hours, so we didn't have to provide benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
32 hours.
Mhm.
But you can work them up to 1,500 hours, don't you? Can't, or 50,
Only 1,500?
yeah.
Is that what it is?
I mean, you could work them 40 hours a week, as long as it doesn't go over 1,500, can't you?
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
kind of,
We done.
to where they got
yeah.
to,
So what about sending them home on like rain days so that you can use them, maybe extended?
mhm.
We utilized them for a lot of stuff last year. They worked hard.
Yeah, they used,
Water leaks and everything.
yeah,
32 hours a week or
Yeah.
1,500 hours.
yeah.
It's 1920 if they work 40 hours times 4.
We actually kept dogs all the way up to November.
We
last
did,
year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, he's able
Had
to-
extra things to do.
There was a lot of shop work and stuff that we always put them in when it's raining, but
That poor kid was walking on his lip that day. He didn't want to leave.
I know.
Oh. Guy.
Okay, was there a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Roll call.
Adam?